Ever been in a conversation with a Brazilian and suddenly you missed a crucial word or even a whole sentence? How can you ask someone to repeat themselves without sounding rude? Today we are tackling this super essential skill, and by the end of the lesson you'll master how to confidently ask Brazilians to repeat themselves in any situation, from formal meetings to fast-paced casual chats. Olá pessoal! Learning to ask for repetition isn't just about grammar, it's about confident communication. Today we'll explore the best phrases to use, from the most polite to the very informal ones. And stick with me until the very end, where you'll have the chance to practice the phrases learned today with me and make them stick. Oh, let's begin. These are your go-to phrases for almost any situation. Can you repeat? Pode repetir? Repeat out loud. Pode repetir? You can make it more polite by adding por favor, please. Pode repetir, por favor? Pode repetir, por favor? Now, if you want to be, even more formal or extra polite, you can use the conditional form. Could you? Poderia repetir, por favor? Poderia repetir, por favor? But remember, Brazilians aren't that formal. Sometimes you don't need them to repeat everything, just to acknowledge you didn't understand. In this case, you can simply say, I didn't understand. Não entendi. Não entendi. It's direct, clear, and very common, so repeat. Não entendi. You can soften it by adding sorry. Desculpe, não entendi. Desculpe, não entendi. You're repeating out loud, aren't you? I know you are. If the issue was, in fact, not hearing them, you can say, oh, sorry, I didn't hear. Desculpe, não ouvi. Desculpe, não ouvi. Now, before we move on to the more informal phrases, the real spoken Brazilian Portuguese, if the lesson has helped you so far, tap the like button. That way YouTube knows you want more lessons that teach you the Portuguese Brazilians actually use, and not the textbook versions. Now let's see the more direct ways to ask for repetition. Remember, you need to be mindful of intonation. The most common informal way is como. Como? Como literally means how, but in this context it functions as what? Pardon? And the key here is intonation. So repeat after me. Como? Como? Yes, with a rising questioning tone. Como? Another direct informal option is okay. Okay? Okay means what? And again, intonation is key. Repeat. Okay? By the way, you can say either okay or que. Okay? Okay? Now, a very common cultural shortcut that confuses foreigners. Oi? Oi? Yes, the same word for hi, but with rising intonation it means sorry? What? Oi? Oi? Another very formal phrase, usually used with close friends or family, is is equivalent to huh in English. Save this one only for your best buddies and closest family. Now here's one that will make you sound like you're really in the groove with Brazilians. Como é que é? Como é que é is equivalent to what was that? Yeah, but said like a local. However, when spoken, we don't say como é que é. We say como é que é? Como é que é? Repeat. Como é que é? How do you feel about that one? It sounds more natural, doesn't it? Time to practice. I'll present to you some situations in which questions for clarification are needed. Choose the one or the ones you would use in each situation. So imagine you are at a restaurant with a friend, and the first situation is, you asked for sparkling water, and the waitress asks you back, congele o limão? Congelo e limão? Now the second situation. Now I am your friend. You and your friend are talking about another friend who seems to be late. Your friend says, ele disse que ia chegar às 8. Ele disse que ia chegar às 8. Now situation 3. Impatiently, your friend picks up the phone and says, vou ligar para ele, peraí. Vou ligar para ele. Espera aí. Muito bom. So don't let a missed word stop your conversations anymore. Use the phrases and questions we learned today. And also, I recommend you watch that lesson to get accustomed to the reductions Brazilians use when speaking, similarly to the peraí I said before. Thank you very much for watching another lesson. See you next time. Até a próxima. Tchau.